altitude rough science yet!
Steaming their way to their new base in the Rocky Mountains are 4 pioneering scientists. Ellen Macaulay, an intrepid go-anywhere botanist with a love of all things wild. Mike Bullivant, a chemistry wizard with a wicked sense of humour. Jonathan Hare, the do-it-all inventor, physicist and engineer. And Hermione Coburn, an earth scientist and explorer who never gives up. In store for them, a series of science challenges designed to stretch their ingenuity and tax their expertise. This is High Altitude Rough Science. The team have been dropped off high in the mountains and are now hiking up to meet me at the base, an old abandoned mining mill perched at over 3,000 metres above sea level. This last leg of their journey is not as easy as it looks. At this altitude, with a third less oxygen than they're used to, even this gentle climb is a challenge.
You sound like a steam train coming down the hill. Such an idea of a joke. What do you think?
So do a bit more oxygen. Apart from that.
This is headquarters, and the workshop is in there, so I could have a look at it. Okay. Yeah? Yeah, go on.
Home for the next month, a room full of tools and junk. As usual, they'll have only 3 days to pull off each challenge. It'll take all their science know-how to use this stuff to meet the trials ahead.
Now, their challenge this week is to try and make this place a little less rough. Now, I'm not suggesting that they make wallpaper and knock up a couple of sofas, but supplying the building with electricity and gas would really make a difference. Okay, guys? What do you think?
It's lovely to have all this space, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you think you've got everything you need?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah?
I've got nothing.
There's a whole wilderness out there, girl. You'll have to just go and find it. Now, what about this idea of supplying electricity into the building? Do you think it's going to be possible?
I think most obvious is to use the rushing water. There's tons of streams around here.
Yeah,
make
you can hear them,
water
can't you?
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing is that although it's quite warm now, as soon as the sun dips down behind the hills, it gets really cold at the end of the day. So it would be nice to be able to heat things up, boil a kettle, maybe get some gas in. Do you think we could get a gas supply in?
We could probably find coal locally.
Okay.
That if it's the right kind of coal.
Coal gas.
You got it, sister.
Perfect. Well, you've got 3 days to think about it and then make it all happen. I'm here to help, you know, whip you into shape. Have fun. Get going.
So Mike and Hermione think they can provide a gas supply for lighting and cooking, whilst Ellen and Jonathan have promised me electricity from a water wheel. And all this in just 3 days? There's no time to waste. Hermione and I hit the trail for a little prospecting on lower ground.
Why are we needing to get in a car to find coal? I mean, isn't this a bit of an assumption on your part?
Well, the mountains round about where we're based, they're all made of volcanic rocks.
Okay.
And I know that we won't be able to find coal in volcanic rocks.
You never find coal in volcanic rocks.
As a general rule, no.
Okay.
Coal forms in a sedimentary environment. What we're looking for are sedimentary rocks. They're the rocks that look like they're formed in layers. Coal is just the remains of dead trees, plants, grasses that have accumulated in a swampy environment. But the key point is that it has to be buried by sand, by gravels.
That's the pressure that turns it into coal, is it?
Exactly. So what I'm looking for is a whole suite of sedimentary rocks, and sandwiched in between these layers, I'm hoping to find a coal bed.
Our quest for coal continues. With no suitable stream next to the mill, Ellen and Jonathan's hunt for a location to site their water wheel is taking them deeper into the forest.
Look at this.
This is fabulous.
Beautiful.
Look at all the energy in this water. Could we just, like, stick a water wheel in and just create electricity that way?
We could. I want the water wheel to go as fast as possible.
Yeah, this is flat flowing really fast.
It's all right, but I think we can get better. I think we need to take water from the top and pipe it down, and we'll get much more pressure and we'll get faster speeds.
Ellen heads off to get a bit of height. This should put the water she's piping under more pressure by the time it gets back to Jonathan, where the water wheel will be. And pressure's the all-important thing when it comes to generating power from water.
Hey, is that enough pressure? Do I need to go up?
Okay, we need it higher. That's pretty good, but we want more pressure. We need it higher.
Back on the road, we're out of the mountains and Hermione's busy reading the landscape, on the hunt for our crucial coal.
One of the things associated with coal is a gas called methane.
Right.
And if the coal's near the surface, that can naturally seep out of the coal seam and bubble out at the surface.
Okay.
And it's colourless and odourless. You can't see it, but it's a toxic gas.
Right.
So vegetation can't grow. One of the things that Ellen's told me to look out for are patches of bare ground where the methane's actually escaping. This is looking up here. You see where the trees have died back?
Oh, yeah.
I think we should go and have a look.
And this is all pretty bare here, isn't it?
I know, and it doesn't look quite right, does it?
No, but
Hear that?
bubbling. That's water, though.
This is wild. I've never seen anything like this.
This is
it.
weird.
This is just the methane being released from the coal bed and then bubbling up.
Well, now, hang on a second. How do you know? I mean, there's no smell.
No, but if we collect some, then we should be able to light it.
I mean,
and that's
isn't
methane.
This is almost like, you know, a geyser, something like that. How do you know that it's not that sort of thing?
There are stories from this area that Native Americans and early settlers actually set fire to coal seeps like this to warm themselves in winter. So there's that historical association, so I'm pretty confident that this is methane. So just lift it up and get like that. Cool.
So that, in theory, is a bottle full of methane.
Yes. So let's not light it just here.
No, good plan. Let's go away.
We need more height.
The electricity team are still trying to get the pressure they're after.
We've got a bit of an air block.
Man, it's cold. Are we getting anything?
We haven't got much at the moment. Just put your boot on it.
The trouble is they're getting air in the pipe and the flow of water is not consistent.
I hadn't learned how to get this in at the right angle to have it filled.
I could tell because it was trickling out, but it wasn't full. It's not reliable.
Well, I could build a dam up top, you know, just a rock dam or maybe something with a fallen aspen.
That would be brilliant because that would act as a reservoir then.
Yeah.
So we'd always have loads of water at that height.
In her new role as chief dam builder, Ellen heads off to seek some local expertise. In the lowlands, away from the mountains, we might be one step closer to finding our coal. If Hermione's right about this gas we've just found, and it is methane, then we should be able to light it.
So that's lit if I pierce this. Ready?
Yeah. Go on, go on.
Wait, let me make a slightly bigger hole. We might have lost her.
That
brilliant?
is methane.
Yeah. Just bubbling
Well
up.
done, you.
We might have found some natural methane gas, but we've got no way of easily transporting it back to the mill. We still need some coal, but the gas at least is a good sign that there should be coal in them there hills. At the mill, Jonathan's scavenging for inspiration for his water wheel. And Mike's optimistically started on his gasworks and a piping system to get any gas they can make into the mill. The local dam building experts Ellen's looking for are nowhere to be seen, but their dams are everywhere.
This is perfect. Okay, so this used to be a stream that crossed all the way here. That was until the beavers got here and dammed it up. This is the dam. You can see their lodge in the middle of the pond. Now, the thing about this dam, which I really didn't expect, the logs that the beavers cut down, I thought would lie crossways to the stream. But what they've actually done is they've taken 2 to 4 feet, I guess a meter long, logs, and they've jammed them in the same direction of the stream, and then filled in with mud and rocks. I'm going to use this technique, and I should be fine. Should build Jonathan a reservoir.
Jonathan's bicycle wheel is still a long way from being a water wheel, but with the help of a few kitchen utensils, it's about to be transformed.
OK, we're going to use this bicycle wheel for our generator. And if we were going to put it in the river, like a normal water wheel, then we could have slats on here. But we're going to jet the water on, so we're going to get much more force. And so we're going to use these ladles, these plastic ladles. And so I can jet the water straight into the middle here, and it'll come out in all different directions. And it'll impart all that force into the ladle, which of course will push the wheel round. We'll have quite a few of the ladles, maybe 12 on here. And we'll keep on jetting into all these ladles. And that will whiz the wheel round. And of course, because it's a bicycle wheel, it's got all these beautiful cogs. And so we can use the bicycle chain then to take the energy from this fastly spinning wheel to the generator.
On our search for coal, the discovery of methane has led us to a promising location. And Hermione's now looking for some other clues in the nearby rocks.
You remember I said coal forms in sedimentary rocks. It's often sandwiched between sandstone layers.
Yeah.
And what we've got here is lots of little sandstone rocks kicking about.
Yeah.
So what I'm hoping we should come across perhaps a darker band. And if we just dig through that darker band a little bit, we could find the coal seam. We will find the coal seam.
There's a lot of hoping and coulds here.
No, it's all right. Just might take a while. Seen anything, Kate?
Pine cones? Can you make gas out of pine cones?
No, keep looking.
Until we strike it lucky, Mike's at a bit of a loose end.
Say lovely.
Hey, yeah, I think I'm onto something. Come and have a look.
Away.
Oh my God, this is it. Look, coal. It's pretty weathered, but
That is definitely coal, though, isn't it?
see how it's made up of layers?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine it being squashed and compacted. I'm feeling very relieved suddenly.
Now, presumably we can't just gather this stuff, can we? I mean, is this going to work?
Well, no, I mean, we don't want it all mixed up with all these tree roots and stuff.
Yeah.
So we can dig in and get at the fresh coal.
Dig it.
Yes.
I thought you said the whole thing is going to be on the surface. We don't need to
No, Kate, that's why we've got the picks and the shovel.
How far down is it going to be, do you think?
Not deep, honestly.
OK. Well, I don't have to leave you.
I know I offered to lend a hand, but this wasn't quite what I had in mind.
Very good. You're doing a good job. Quite a good grade. I mean, we won't know what's in it until we burn it.
Well, now, I was going to say that because Mike said if it's the right sort of coal. What does that mean?
Well, some coal produces sort of better coal gas than others. It's impossible to tell by looking at this stage.
So we might dig all this lot up, drag a load of sacks back to the mill and find out that it's useless.
There's a possibility that will happen.
With day one at an end, Ellen started on her dam. Jonathan's well underway with his water wheel. And our late shift at the coalface has only just begun.
Yes, ma'am. Dig.
So it's been a hard day for me, but how are the scientists feeling?
Amazing day, but exhausting. Probably the best part, after freezing my hands, was going to the beaver pond.
Not had a lot to do, actually, because I can't do very much until Hermione and Kate come back with some coal.
The thing is, I don't know whether it's the right type of coal. I've really got no way of knowing.
I have no idea how fast the thing's going to go, or whether really the water's going to move it at all.
One day down, 2 to go. A night of coal mining has left us with blistered hands and a car full of coal. But can we get gas out of it?
There we go. Last shovelful. Wow, look what we got you.
This is an afternoon's work.
Hang on a second. Mike Bullivant.
It's the right colour.
Now, I asked Hermione whether it was the right sort of coal. She gave me a geologist's answer. I don't know. Ask Mike.
It's Mike's job.
Yeah, well, my chemist's answer is I don't know either.
What do you...
It's not till we heat it
Oh, OK.
and see if we get coal gas will we know.
Ellen's taking inspiration from the beaver dam she saw yesterday, copying their technique of jamming in the sticks in line with the current to stop them floating up and rolling away.
Okay, the plan was to model a beaver dam. As I was laying these sticks lengthwise, this is really stupid. The water just heads right through, but that's not the point. The point is this strainer catches all the vegetation because there's no way sticks are going to block the water. It's the small pieces of vegetation and leaves that block all the water. So I'm pretty chuffed.
Mike's creating a miniature gas plant. He's still unsure if the coal we spent hours gathering will do the job. It's not something Hermione wants to think about as she breaks up a sample to test. If we don't get the result we're after, then the gas challenge will be in serious trouble.
What I've done is taken Hermione's crushed coal, it's a fine powder, it's in the bottom of this teapot here, and we're heating it. It's a process called dry distillation. Now, coal has a very complex chemical structure, and the heat breaks that down. And it produces four things fundamentally. It produces ammonia and coal tar. It also produces coal gas, which is what we want. And we'll be left with coke in here. And we only want the coal gas. Now, we've put some traps in because we want fairly pure coal gas. It'll burn with a brighter flame. So in this trap here, we'll trap out the ammonia and the coal tar. And then as it bubbles through, I've got some lime water here, and this will take out the small amount of carbon dioxide that's produced and hydrogen sulfide that's embedded in the coal. And what we should end up with is coal gas, pure coal gas, coming out here, and I'll be able to light it, and it should burn with a flame.
Whilst we wait for our critical coal result, it's time to catch up with Jonathan and his wonderful water wheel.
So all the ladles are on now?
Yep, many as I could get in place.
Yeah.
And the tube will come into here.
Okay.
This copper piece here.
Yeah.
And I've restricted the flow, so I've made it small at the end.
So you'll have even more pressure?
Yeah, so it really jet out.
And presumably having so many ladles means that it kind of keeps it constantly moving rather than having gaps.
So it's jetted in, and it will probably jet for the whole of that until it comes across the next one. You see?
Oh, right.
So it'll whiz it round.
Okay. Oh, Jonathan, sorry. Mike's got something.
It was.
Oh, okay.
There's a sort of flare.
Yeah, it's not rocking and rolling as much as we need to. We still need to heat this a lot more, so it's not a continuous stream of coal gas at the moment. But we're collecting lots of coal tar in there, you see, so we are breaking the coal down.
Okay, but what Hermione and I need to know is it the right sort of coal?
Of course it is!
So it's not back to the mines, but it's still hard labour for Hermione. The whole gas operation needs to be scaled up big time if it's going to supply the mill by tomorrow.
And Mike, we want the pipe out.
All yours.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Jonathan's water wheel is ready for its maiden test. He's chosen this location near the stream so that he can pipe water to it from Ellen's dam above.
Shall I get the end of the pipe?
Yeah, I'm gonna plumb it in.
That's quite a climb! Look at this dam! Yeah! It's amazing!
High above Jonathan at the dam, there's still a bit of plumbing to do to get a steady flow of water down to the wheel.
Yeah, you think that's going to work?
Yeah. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah? In fact, that's quite good because oh, look, hang on, does it bubble then?
Yeah? Is it good? Should we just go find out?
Oh, I just got a load of cold water down my boot!
Okay, how we got?
But you
Where's
can
the
feel
water?
the air. Can you feel the air coming through? I wouldn't stand in front of it.
That was just extraordinary timing!
Okay, there's obviously some air gaps in there. Hopefully, maybe with.
But this means we did it.
You did it.
Come
Well
on,
done.
can we see if it dries?
No. Oh, that's it. That's much better. Look
Look
at
at
that. This is fantastic.
To rock scientist, top beaver.
Stand back, everyone.
It's so cool.
That's not bad.
Woo! Look at that! Do you think that is going to be fast enough to power a generator?
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, it's going to have a lot more friction when the generator's on it.
Right.
So it's got a bit. I mean, I'm just going to try and I mean, it's not slowing down much, is it?
No. Well done. It's a thing of great beauty. Who needs the London Eye?
Triumph at the stream at the end of day 2. But have the gas workers cooked up more than just hot air?
Wow. Yes, it's hot around here. So this is your scaled-up version?
That's right. This oil drum is taking the place of our teapot.
Yeah.
And so all the coal is sealed inside there.
Right.
We're heating it from below.
And the carpet?
Oh, yes.
Is that just for aesthetics?
No, it's important because we were having trouble maintaining the temperature at the top of the drum.
Right.
So we've insulated it.
Okay.
And in theory, the coal gas is being driven up here.
Yeah.
And we're just using the ammonia and coal tar trap at the
Okay.
moment. And Mike's, well, waiting for bubbles.
Okay. If there is gas coming off there,
Yeah.
it will come through this tube and into this bucket of water.
Yeah, and we should be able to light it.
Okay.
What's your eyebrows?
Oh!
Well, we've
Oh,
got
look at
that.
that! Fantastic.
We've got a lot of improvements to make. We haven't got a great deal of pressure in the system at
Right.
the moment, so we've got to refine that tomorrow.
Okay, so it's the pressure you need to basically drive the gas through to the appliances,
Through the
is it?
piping, yeah, through the tubing.
Right. And we've got to put on the other trap as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we've learned a lot today on the large-scale apparatus. There are refinements we can do tomorrow.
As you can see, covered in coal, tar, gas, residue, everything.
I'm really delighted that the least of things moving, but right now I'm I have no idea whether it's going to turn the generator and make electricity.
It's day 3. We've got a water wheel that spins, but it's not connected to anything to produce electricity. And we've got gas, but not very much of it, and it's not burning very brightly. There's more than a few refinements to make, and just 8 hours to go.
We learnt a lot from yesterday's large-scale trial, and we've made some modifications, not the least of which is improving the efficiency of the fire. We're going to have a throughput of air here, which will give us a hotter fire. We're going to improve the insulation of the oven here. We're going to improve the sealant around the top. We've got a much improved coal tar and ammonia trap. It's much bigger. It's going to be immersed completely in water. Something we had in the small-scale trial is the lime water filter, which takes out the carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide.
Time to fire up the Mark III gas production plant. Optimistic he can now deliver the quality of coal gas thereafter, Mike starts work on something to store the gas in. It's a gasometer, like the ones we see on the skylines of big cities. But this one's made from an upturned bin floating in a larger bin of water. Away from the smoke and flames inside the mill, Jonathan's trying to crack the generator problem.
We're using the drill in reverse. So instead of putting voltage in and making the motor go round, we're turning the motor to make electricity.
The drill seems to fit the wheel and even turns freely. But will it work out by the stream when there's water flying everywhere? After all, water and electricity are not the best of friends. The increased heat is leading to a dramatic and rapid rise in gas production. But is the gas that's coming out any better than yesterday?
Well,
Mikey
I think
B,
what
we
we're
are in
gonna do,
business.
we've got to get that plumbing sorted out
Yeah.
as quickly as
Because we
possible,
should be
otherwise...
collecting this.
We'll have-
We shouldn't be letting it just go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not just time they're losing as they rush to connect their gasometer to the gasworks. But will it store enough gas to supply the mill?
Okay, the only thing
At the stream, they're only just testing the wheel and generator for the very first time.
Do you want to just try it with me holding it like this?
All right, you're going to get wet. Do you mind?
I'm already wet. I'm going to get a lot wetter.
Well, that's going well.
Yeah, but look
That's
what
come off.
it's completely come off. Okay.
How's it going?
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, it's going a lot slower than yesterday, isn't it?
Yeah, that's because it's now powering the generator, you see, so there's
Right.
a lot more friction.
And is it working?
Yeah, you can see the bulb's wired up to it, and it is glowing.
Yes, if you sort of squint. If you were a firefly, you'd be hard pushed to notice it. So the idea of kind of introducing electricity in a workable sort of way into the mill seems a long way off to me, given that we've only got about 4 hours until you have to. 4 hours, that's a lot. Good.
We can play around with the gears, so we just got to play around.
All right. Should I leave you to play, or do you want me to help?
Leave us to play, I think, unless you want to get wet.
No, I'll leave you.
While Jonathan tries to increase the power, Ellen starts to lay the cables to carry the current the 150 metres back to base. As the sun starts sinking on the last day, the gas is at least in the mill, but it's wandering off.
Quickly.
There's still leaks to plug, gear systems to tune, lanterns to make, and cables to lay. And with no time to check it all, they can't be sure any of their hard work will pay off. I'm about to put their rough science to the test. Well, this is it. The coal fires are burning, the water wheel is spinning. But have we got gas and electricity in the mill? Mike and Hermione, how do you feel?
Quite confident still.
Quite confident? This is a first.
It is, yeah.
Okay, go ahead, guys.
What's your eyebrows?
You're both doing it simultaneously,
Okay.
are you? Sound and light show.
Mike, give it a go.
Fantastic! Fantastic! Okay. What about my cup of tea?
Okay, we'll just open up this and let gas into this part of the system.
Okay.
Untested as yet.
I'm going to take a
Could
step
this be an eyebrow off moment?
Could be.
Okay.
Mike, gingerly do this one. Look at that.
Put that kettle on, guys. We're cooking on gas! Brilliant! Well done. Well done. Okay. You've got quite a tough thing to beat. Go ahead, guys.
I can show you, we've got some lights. Look at that.
And a fan!
And a couple of fans.
Okay. Anything else?
This is the bit. We've wired up this radio. We've got a radio as well.
Congratulations, all of you. I am stunned. Well done. Let the party begin. Get dancing. Well, in just 3 days, the team have managed to transform this mill and introduce gas and electricity. But life isn't all a bowl of cherries in the mountains. There are dangers afoot. And if fire broke out, could they extinguish it? Find out in next week's Rough Science. For a free survival science pack and details of all Open University programmes, call 0870 900 9581 or go to open2.net, where you can also explore the science behind this programme.